I want to welcome everybody to the meeting today. Glad to have you. I'm going to call it to order. And first thing we'll do is the invocation, and Danny Ricker will lead us in that. And then Tim Ward will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Father, we come to your presence with thanksgiving, Lord, always giving you praise and glory because we know it's your power that leads and guides us. We can't even walk without you holding our hand. We just ask you today, God, to be with our leaders as they carry on our business for the city, Lord Father God, as they take what they need to do. And we just praise you and give you glory forever. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. If you'll face the flag. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, as far as the mayor's comments go, Tim, you've got a little bit of some information to share, I think, just talked about.
Kathy's probably as qualified to talk about this as I am, but the Boys and Girls Club, you want to have at it?
No, go ahead.
Your voice is better than mine.
No, you're good.
So Boys and Girls Club, and Mayor was there, and Coach Botta and Ms. Botta and several others, finally opened the new facility officially Sunday. So 27,000 square feet.
Big.
Double capacity of what they were able to have before. So it's 300 and I think 300 up to 350 kids, somewhere in that ballpark. It is going to be fantastic. Programs are lined up as far as job prep, and the small things that they do, especially during summer. They're feeding these kids 3 times a day. It is, if you have a chance to go by and look at the facility, they will gladly give you a tour. It is fantastic. And it could not have been done without the community buy-in. It made all of it happen. We're very fortunate in the fact we had some significant gifts. The Bachman Foundation being the keystone of it, Phil and Martha Bachman. The state of Tennessee with a huge grant as well. And several others, including Mr. Niswaller's foundation, I believe it's a foundation. Without that, it wouldn't have happened, but it is something to see, and it is going to be a huge benefit to this community. So if you get a chance, please go by and see it. Thank you.
And one of the most amazing thing is there's no debt.
It is paid off.
Yay.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
Thank you to our community.
It is community.
I'd like to invite Rachel to come up just a minute, and along with the folks that are here with her. Yes, please. And if you could just tell who these folks are and why you're here.
I'm Rachel Redmond, and I'm one of the art teachers at Greenville High School and also a sponsor of the National Art Honor Society. And this is 4 of about 10 or 15 students that worked to research and design and paint the mural that is now somewhat infamous down on the corner of Church Street there. And when it was vandalized, one thing that we were really proud of was just the outcry of support from all over the community, and how quick these guys, I think it was the same night, the same day that happened, and Frontier Health was like, I think we're gonna have to paint over this wall, we're gonna have to start over. And but these kids stepped up and they got out there in their own time and fixed it up, and we've been back once since and worked on it, so it lit a fire under them to get it finished.
What are their names, these ladies?
I'm Mackenzie Vincent. And these 3 are seniors.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie will be a senior this And I'd like to recognize two to the left there because they were also in the Youth Commission program a couple years ago, 2 years ago. So
And real quick, also, just as community stuff goes, we were sponsored by the Greenville Women's Club. So they were the start of this whole project, and the kids did the research and designs and stuff. And then the property's Frontier Health. Yeah. That's all. And thank you to the police department for catching the perpetrator so quickly. I'm impressed.
And what are they, a group? I mean, what's the organization they're,
It's the National Art Honor Society. Kind of like the Honor Society, except for art, huh?
okay,
So it's the Greenville High School chapter of that. And it's just the second year. It's the second year of having that. So we're
Okay.
learning and growing. We've never done a mural before.
well, you did a great job, and I'm embarrassed that it happened, but I'm also proud that we caught the fellow, and of the way y'all have jumped up and taken over is awesome. So I just want to say thank you so much, and let's give them. Anybody else want to say anything? They're not going to look at me. If they don't see me, I might not have to be
look,
talking.
they turned around.
Yeah.
They're
Thank
artists.
you all for having us.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I'd like to ask Josh Pierce to come up just a second. I went over to the SRO camp last week, and I just wanted him to come up and update everyone about what they did and the activities they had going on and the number of people that came and so forth. So,
Last week, Monday through Thursday, our school resource officers, for the last, I believe this was the fourth year we have done it, but they put on what they call Camp Success. It's for fourth, fifth, and sixth graders who have kind of excelled throughout the year, have been good, listen in school, don't get office referrals. We host them for a 4-day camp where we have, I think the Anti-Drug Coalition, which I think is Greenville Thrives, bring the health department out and they go through some stations about drug identification and how to be safe and how to stay away from those things. We take them to Morristown Landing. They do a little team building on the ropes course and swim a little. Go out to the 4-H camp. They get to do archery, shooting, canoeing. I think they get to play on the playground a little bit and eat there. And then Thursday, THSO, which is a Tennessee Highway Safety Office, brought their truck out, and they got to do pedal carts with the drunk goggles on, kind of see the effects of that. So they enjoy that time. The fire department, they were out there this year. They got to shoot water out the fire hose. Our SWAT team brought their vehicle. So time for them to get together and play. Kind of a reward for their year of good behavior. But we had about 100 kids. Actually, Monday was 100 kids that showed up this year. So it has grown by 20 or 30 so every year. So we appreciate the Greenville City School System as well for allowing us to use their facilities and for transportation. They help a lot get that going. But kids have a great time. We have a great time. So
thank you. Great job. And then Patsy, I guess, can you come up? There she is. She was hiding behind Kevin back there.
Right, yes, because we have a special person who's been our detective for several years, 22 years with the city, probably right at 30 years in law enforcement. But I'd like to ask Stacy Hobbs to come up. He's retired after giving us 22 years. And we're very proud of him.
Steve couldn't make it.
appreciate the opportunity to serve the community. Not always easy, it's challenging, but it's very rewarding. And I'm just thankful for the opportunity.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nope. No, no, she's good.
Thank you all very, very much. And
I just talked to Steve Spano through text, and he said that he will be at the next one. Yes.
yes, Josh had just told me he was just not able to make today.
Yes.
So
Did it say
All
he
right.
was enjoying his retirement?
It
too?
did say he was enjoying retirement.
Ask Stacy how he's enjoying his.
Yes.
He's volunteering right now.
Where?
Well, for the town of Greenville. He was the lead investigator on a murder case from 5 years ago that is just now going to trial. So he's spending his free time at the DA's office.
Lucky man.
Those are volunteer hours too.
Yes, they
Not
are.
working hours.
I asked him if we could pay him. He said no, it'd mess my retirement up. So, and then we had talked about this a little bit earlier, but Saturday there's an event going on in Franklin. Can you come up and tell us a little bit about what it is? You don't have to face that way. You can look this way.
Well, Saturday will be the induction ceremony for the Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame. And they've invited a gentleman from this area to be in the Hall of Fame.
Who?
Oh, I don't know. And so he's going down Saturday and honored to represent what we do, to represent this town, to represent this county. And we appreciate you mentioning that. Thank you.
Congratulations.
We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
I don't like being on that side of the mic.
You don't like it now? All right.
You've ever done, Bobby.
I would also like to ask Matt Drennan to come up now. He's got some comments he would like to share. And maybe y'all don't know, but this is Dr. Matt Drennan. He is the new superintendent at the Greenville City Schools. And he and I have had the opportunity to meet a couple times and have some open conversations. And so if you haven't had a chance to meet Dr. Drennan, please say hello and let him know who you are.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the invitation to speak. I was asked to kind of update a little bit of budget information from the school system. As most of you know, Greene County passed their tax levy yesterday, which was a change in the levy amount in the school column. We talked about that a little bit through the budget process as we went through the spring. 13 cents were moved out, 10 cents to the county general, and 3 cents into the Greene County Schools Capital Fund, which then changes the amount, obviously, that's collected in property tax that's shared with Greenville City Schools. And so we had shared some of that information as we were leading up to that. It did pass. We have made plans for this year. We are not looking at any budgetary challenges through this 26-27 year, but had informed town council that that could lead to a maintenance of effort issue as we move into 27-28.
Number-wise, what's the rough number on what we're looking at?
If we base it on
Shortfall.
last year's numbers, and so that's why it's hard to do that. Last year, 1 penny of property tax was $220,000. We got roughly 33% of that weighted equivalent. And so with 13 cents, 33% of that's roughly $960,000.
And we raised our allocation in the town, and it was about 240,000, is that right,
265.
for the schools? But y'all found 700.
Yes, that's correct. And so the 26-27 budget is covered through a number of other funding sources, but that does change the allocation of what is being collected by the school system in property tax in 26-27. And so 26-27, we've been able to make sure that we have plans for that, but that could be a potential maintenance of effort shortfall, depending on what student enrollment is once we get into the spring.
Any questions?
I do. Do you have any idea, Doctor, what it's been over the past 5 years? Because it's been less and less over, maybe longer. Laura, could you help me with that?
I think
Taken away from that tax levy. I think it's been pennies every year, has it not?
it has since about 17, 18, and I want to say
Oh, that long.
after this one, it's 40 plus pennies somewhere in the neighborhood. I could get the information from Dr. Horn or Ms. Light, but it's been going on for a little while.
And not this large, though, what they did last night, correct?
I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think there's been one that's been quite this large.
I don't think there's anything the city council can do about this, is there?
There
I mean,
isn't,
it's,
other than try to communicate.
well, I mean,
And I think the big thing that we have to look at is, I'm sorry, Tim, I'm sorry. Our consideration is where are we going in our future and how do we cover that gap? Which is substantial. That's the issue, is how do we get our needs covered?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wish I had better news, but thank you for giving me the opportunity.
I just appreciate you sharing it.
Thank you, Doc.
Thanks.
Okay, next we'll go to unfinished business. Item 6.1 is consideration to approve the minutes from the regularly scheduled meeting held on June 7th or July 7th, 2026. They were sent out last Friday.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any additions or subtractions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. The motion carries. We have four consent agenda items that will come together as a group. Do you want to go over them real quick?
Sure. Well, one of them is to approve a special event application for a GHS pep rally. That is with the Thompsons over there on the far right. And then that's going to be on August 20th. The other one is a special event sign application for Eastside Baptist Church Car Show on October the 3rd. And then the next one is a resolution to approve a grant for the Roby Adult Center. The reason why this one's under consent is it's to apply for a $50,000 grant for some program supplies, some special event supplies, and some treadmills. And there's no local match, so that's why that one falls under consent. And then the last one is to consideration to approve the new pay plan update. And this is a budgeted item. This was approved in this year's budget. And so that one falls under this consent too. With the pay plan, with your approval today, with this being a budgeted item, this should be completed in the next 4 months. And then that one's at a cost of $11,450.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve these consent agenda items?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries. Item 8.1 is consideration of approval on first reading of an ordinance rezoning 5 properties identified as Greene County Tax Map 098D, Group D, parcels 11, 29, 26, 27, 25, from M2 high impact use industrial to R3 medium density residential.
Hello, City Council.
Hello.
Hi, this is a rezoning request that was presented to the Planning Commission on July 14th and was recommended to you all for approval. This rezoning is a familiar scenario where there are properties within the town that are zoned high-impact use industrial when they are actually being used as residential homes. So there is a non-compliance issue that arises from this zoning classification. So initially, the rezoning request came from one property owner, and that property owner is, it's one of the properties where
9.01. Right.
this property owner to sell the property. The buyers ran into financing issues because of the non-compliance status of the zoning. And this area between North Irish Street and Doty Avenue was identified by one of our planning interns, William Sams, in 2023 as an area where there was a mischaracterization of the current uses, where it was zoned industrial and it should be zoned residential. So I gathered 3 other properties to put in this rezoning application, and I mailed out the property owners if they had any concerns, or they could contact me, the planning department. We can address the situation and explain what the rezoning will do. And I didn't have anybody reach out with any concerns. And so the Planning Commission recommended approval, and this would be the first reading. So then the second reading would be the following City Council meeting. That would be the public hearing, and a public notice has already been sent out for that meeting. And if you have any questions, I can answer what this rezoning will do and
Is
the background.
this is similar to what happened on West Main, where those were industrial and they developed as residential, and you're cleaning everything up,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Yeah, so this would be R3 medium density residential. And I will pull that zoning district in from the surrounding properties, or the properties, those houses you can see right across the street on North Irish Street. I will pull that district across the streets to those highlighted properties.
Okay, we have a recommendation. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any further discussion or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Justin. Item 8.2 is consideration to approve and allow the interim city manager to execute and deliver a new joint venture agreement pertaining to the Greenville, Greene County Solid Waste Transfer Station, active Class 3 landfill, and inactive Class 1 and 4 landfills. Kathy?
Yep, so
Scott.
me and Scott are gonna tackle this one. So, as you all may know, the county commission had this on their agenda last night and it was approved. We've been working with the county for the past couple of weeks to establish a new agreement with them. We were working off an old agreement over the last couple of years, and so back in April. That's late April is when this started, and trying to figure out some needs on both ends. And so some of those needs are a change of date of when to let the other party know if you want to modify or terminate the agreement. Historically, the one that we've been working off of in the past had a deadline of April 30th, which is a little challenging because that's budget year into the month of May, and then trying to get our budget approved with the first and second reading in June. And so that was a little bit of a challenge. So we asked for a change of date there to buy a little more time to work through if any party has any desired changes needed or to terminate. And so that's one of the things you'll see in the new one. On the first, number one there is the April 1st versus April 30th. Another request that was made by the city was for the county to help with the utilities. So you will see there under page, I had it marked off here, on number 10, at the bottom of number 10, where the county and the city will now jointly pay the utilities together. And then another request that was made by the county, but I think the city agreed to it as well, that the Scale House had been closed in the middle of the day for a 45-minute lunch break, and so it was the wishes to remain open throughout that time frame, so that there is no wait for any customer that is waiting to get up to the landfill. And then the last one was, I think the last one was a rate increase for commercial and business customers to go in effect January 1, 2027, at the cost of $90 per ton for the commercial and business customers, for the county to haul that waste to Morristown. Did I miss anything on that? I think that's pretty much the summary of the changes. I asked Scott to come up here to just kind of give an overview of the rates and where that stands with neighboring communities, and to see if that is a reasonable increase.
So I think the rates, we just did an increase last meeting. Actually, it went to 65 a ton for the tipping fee, and January 1st, it'll go to 90. I mean, based on our current rates, they're a little bit, quite a bit lower than probably where they should be in order to cover operating. If we just take the additional $25 to make it 90, and we put that into the front load to the commercial dumpster rate, I don't think it's gonna put us above anyone else in the region. But what I do think is that instead of us being able to increment those rates upward to cover operating and to basically cover our operating costs, because of this increase as well, we're gonna be just increasing our rates to send that money elsewhere. I don't think it'll put us, as a standout over anybody else around here as far as the rates go. But it will be revenue that'll be going elsewhere. So it won't really reflect or impact our operating. It won't help us in that regard. So kind of where that leaves us.
So what's it going to do, Laura, between our next budget when we start it? Okay, it doesn't start till, you just changed that, didn't you?
Oh,
I think I was reading there
Janu-
instead of here.
yeah. right
Yeah,
there.
January 1st. What's that going to do to us for half a year? Nothing.
The increase will go into effect January 1st.
Right.
I don't know how long that'll take to translate in terms of revenue. I mean, it should, my plan is to offset.
All of it's just pass through, I guess, is
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying.
Yes, sir, it
Right.
is. It
So
will
it's
be.
not going to affect us
It
at all
shouldn't,
as
no.
far as budget.
But we also need to consider bumping those rates up just to cover operating, which right now it's probably not doing that. So
Is industrial and business considered as a tote, or is it just roll-offs and?
well, the commercial, it includes the commercial toters, the dumpsters, and the roll-offs.
So if a drugstore has one tote, that's considered
Yes,
business?
yes.
I mean, I know it's a business, but that's also going to go up.
It's very minimal, but it will. That's the small end of it.
How much is that? Because we're going to be asked. How much would it go up?
Believe that the toter was like 25, it would go to maybe 27, 28. It's not substantial for the toter. Have the other rates in front of me at the moment.
The roll
Again,
off, sure.
it's not prohibitive, I don't think, in terms of what everybody else is charging. I just did a search, and like Jonesboro, for example, is still a little bit higher than we are. So we'll still be in the ballpark locally. It just won't be incrementing up to help us on our operations side. It'll be a pass-through. I think is important to note.
Is there any further questions? Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries. Hello again. Consideration to approve a quote to refresh the traffic signal at Andrew Johnson Highway and Irwin Highway. And what does refreshing a light mean?
What refresh means, basically, this is just short of a reconstruct. It's going to be redoing the span wires. That particular intersection will become a dual point attachment where the signal heads, instead of swinging like they are now, will also have an attachment, a tether across the bottom. Also retro-reflective back plates all the way around, new signal heads, new wire, new conductor for the heads. So the biggest standout is going to be just the visually being able to actually see the signal heads when the sun's to your back or in the front. Should be a pretty good safety improvement.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
Is this budgeted?
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries. Item 8.4 is consideration of quote for traffic signal safety upgrades on Andrew Johnson Highway and Justice Drive.
So this is actually going to occur there at the Commons entrance. That was I mistakenly has Justice Drive on there, but it's actually at the Commons. This is the signal just to the west. Same thing right now. The contrast when you approach that signal in the afternoon is like zero. You can barely see when it's green or yellow, red. So that'll be a complete respan, new conductor for the heads, back plates, new heads, all the same stuff we're doing in Irwin Highway just to improve the safety. And that's also budgeted.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. And real quickly, I think you went to Pigeon Forge and met a fellow up there, and they were nice to help us a little bit with some things.
They gave us a lot of equipment. They had a lot of heads, a lot of back plates. I think they even gave us a couple cabinets, the stuff that they don't use anymore. It's a little bit older, but it's still within our system. So yes, and he said to come back anytime. So it's a good.
They gave us a couple of cabinets. That's pretty good. This saves
Yeah,
quite a bit of
those
money.
are 18, 20,000 a piece for new ones. So yeah, definitely.
That's great.
It was my wife's first boyfriend in high school.
Well, think your wife's first boyfriend. That was
I don't
nice.
know about that.
I mean,
Thank you.
thanks. Item 8.5 is wife's first boy. That's what it was?
Tell it all.
Put it in there. All right. Consideration to approve the bid proposal for ropes rescue equipment for the Greenville Fire Department. Be careful what you say because I might.
Short and sweet. Mayor, I've got a recommendation from our equipment committee to purchase rope equipment, and this equipment, and then safety equipment. This is part of the rescue grant we have, and there is no match to this. So it will be for elevated safety equipment and services in the amount of $19,191.
Their lowest bid.
Lowest bid, yes.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those against, like sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8.7 is consideration of a resolution authorizing the town to participate in the Safety Partners Matching Grant Program.
So this is one of those grants that we apply for annually. There ends up being 4 of them, but I've got 2 of them in front of you today. The Safety Partners Grant is a $3,000 grant with a $3,000 match. And Scott, he doesn't need to come up here for this. I can handle this part, but this is for Public Works. That they're going to be the ones that are going to use this funds if approved. And their plan is to buy some forestry safety equipment, some safety items for chainsaw operations, and some helmets that go with that. And they're looking at some other things too, but that is the main use of those dollars.
There a motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries. Item 8.7 is consideration of a resolution authorizing the town to participate in the Property Conservation Matching Grant Program.
So this grant is another PEP grant that we apply for annually, and this one is in the amount of $4,000 with the $4,000 local match. And I've been working with the different department heads right now to see whose needs are the greatest when it comes to reducing property liability as far as security cameras or fencing or of that nature. It's not actually time to apply for this grant, but I wanted to go ahead and put this in front of you because it will be before the next city council meeting. So I'm still working with department heads on who's going to be able to use those funds, but we do want to not miss out on this opportunity with your approval to apply.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those for, please say aye.
Aye.
All those against, like sign. Motion carries. Item 8.8 is consideration to approve the recommendation for 2 appointments to the Greenville Housing Authority 5-year term. I would like to ask Nick Law to come up. And can you introduce yourself and say what you do?
Yeah, my name is Nick Lowe. I'm the Executive Director of the Greenville Housing Authority. Good afternoon, everyone. So on June 23rd, after a regular board meeting, we had a special call meeting to discuss the reappointment of the board members to the board or consider new applications. We had 5 applications in total, 2 of which we considered viable. After the meeting, during the meeting, the board decided that we were going to stick with the current board members that we have, which is Vice Chairman Dawn Hamilton and Commissioner Janice Bradley, and I'm here to answer any questions that might go along with that decision.
Thank you for including your criteria in our packet. It was very helpful.
Ditto. Yeah, thank you for that.
I'll make a motion, we approve their submissions.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign.
Thank you.
Good job. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The city council has adjourned, and now I'd like to call to order the beer board. And I don't think there's any public comments, so unfinished business is consideration to approve the minutes from the special call meeting held April 7th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, like sign. Motion carries. New business is consideration to approve an application for a Class C special event beer permit for Harrison's Rod and Custom Scholarship Fund to host a one-day event, the GM Truck Fair After Party on August 15th, 2026. Chief?
After investigation, showed no record for Mr. Harrison or nothing to conflict with the ordinances of the town. The Gentry and Nickel Ridge Winery will be providing the alcohol, and they have both of them have Class C permits. which allow them to sell alcohol. So it's respectfully recommended that the permit be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries. Item 4.2 is consideration to approve an application for a Class C special event beer permit for Greene County Makers, Inc., the Gentry, to host a one-day event, Depot Nights over Oktoberfest on September 19th, 2026.
Ditto to just what I said for Mr. Pollard. No record, so respectfully, I recommend that be granted approval as well. Nickel Ridge and the Gentry will be providing alcohol for that as well.
So moved.
Second.
Did I not say that? I thought I said that.
I'll second it if Kevin will get up here and give his chant for Oktoberfest. Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, like sign. Motion carries. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Use it by your feet or something like that.
Vote with your feet.